Hey, how's it going, guys? Easy PC here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be hitting you with the best $800 gaming PC in June of 2017. This is a pretty solid PC. I think it's honestly a really good sweet spot for a PC build. You're not spending a crazy amount of money, but you're still getting a lot of performance out of your PC. You'll be able to play any game you want in 1080p with this build, even Arma. You can also get pretty good FPS with pretty high to ultra settings in almost all titles. All of the parts for this computer are going to be down below in the description, linked to Amazon, so go ahead and check those out if you want to buy this PC. Like I said one more time, all of the links to all of the parts will be in the description. Starting things off with the CPU, I chose the AMD Ryzen 5 1400 3.2 GHz quad-core processor for $158. This processor is honestly, I think, a really good budget alternative solution to a gaming processor. It's awesome. It's got 4 cores, but it does have essentially hyper-threading, even though it's not called that with AMD. But anyway, it does have 8 threads, meaning it has 4 physical cores and 4 theoretical cores. So while it will be amazing in gaming, it also will be really good at multitasking and editing and rendering and streaming. It does come with a stealth cooler, so it does not need an aftermarket CPU cooler, because I know a lot of you guys are a little bit afraid of overclocking, as you are probably beginner builders. Moving on to the motherboard, I chose the MSI B350 PCMate ATX AM4 motherboard for $90. I simply chose this motherboard because it does support 2400 MHz RAM, which I think is very important. It will improve the performance of your processor, which is pretty important when you're trying to play CPU intensive games like ARK Survival and Arma. It does have crossfire support, 4 SATA 6GB per second ports, onboard Ethernet, and onboard USB 3 headers. Next up, the RAM, I went with 2 sticks of 8GB of DDR4 2400 MHz memory. That's going to be a total of 16GB of RAM. I did that because a lot of games nowadays are recommending that you have 16GB instead of 8, and I wanted to have a very future-proof and high-performing gaming computer. This is going to be $107. For your mass storage, I chose the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 3.5-inch 7200 RPM internal hard drive. Once again, I did skip the SSD, and I know a lot of you guys did want me to include an SSD in the build because they are pretty nice to have. However, it was either the SSD or the 16GB of RAM, and at the end of the day, the RAM is going to have more impact on your games than the SSD. The only thing SSD is going to impact is the loading times for games on maps. The RAM is going to impact how much FPS you're actually going to get, as well as the performance of your PC in other areas like video editing, recording, and rendering. If you want to upgrade to a better hard drive or another SSD in the future, it's only an extra $50. The WD Caviar Blue is 1TB of storage, plenty of storage, 7200 RPM, and it's got a very long and reliable lifespan. For the video card, I chose the MSI Radeon RX 580 8GB gaming X video card for $275. This video card is kind of a beast if I'm being honest with you. The Radeon RX 580 is basically a more efficient and a bit faster version of the 480. It's very similar, but yes, it is a very good graphics card, using about 185 watts with capabilities of up to 4-way crossfire. It does support FreeSync. It has 1 DVI-D dual-link port, 2 display ports, and 2 HDMI ports with a core clock of 1.26 GHz and a boost clock capability of 1.39 GHz. Lastly, that 8GB of GDDR5 will allow you to game in 1440p as well as on multiple monitors if you wish to do that. Powering this build is going to be Corsair CXM 550W 80+ bronze certified semi-modular ATX power supply for $58. This power supply is semi-modular, which will help with cable management. It's 550 watts, and this build is rated at 351 watts, meaning that it's going to be more than enough to power your build. Lastly, the case. I chose the Cooler Master Masterbox 5 white ATX mid-tower case. I chose this case because it has a 5-star rating, and also it's just really sexy. I mean, it's got a nice big side panel window so you can see all of your parts. It's nice and sleek and refined, plenty of good airflow, room for your cables. It's just an all-around awesome case. Furthermore, it does have front panel USB 3s, so that's why I chose this case. But anyway, that's the build for you guys. I hope you really did enjoy this computer build. I will see you guys next time. One last time, all of the parts are down below in the description. I'd really appreciate a like and a comment on the video. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.